Since the United Kingdom's exit from the EU, Europeans have been confronted with the tightening of British migration rules, a demand from the extreme right taken up by the Prime Minister, a situation to which the EU must react. Italian, Spanish or French au pairs arrested when they get off the plane at Heathrow or Gatwick and placed in a detention center, then sent back to their country. Poles, Bulgarians and Romanians also forced to turn around because they were suspected of looking for work. For nationals of the European Union, Brexit now looks like a relentless customs post. During the first quarter alone, 3,294 of them were turned at the British border, 6 times more than in the same period of 2020. Since the implementation of Brexit on January 1st, work and a fortiori settling in the United Kingdom requires a visa which is issued only to holders of a job offer offering a salary of at least 2,500 euros per month. This suppression of the free movement and installation, which is the prerogative of citizens of the European Union, is a direct result of the British decision to leave the EU. This is all the less of a surprise given that the end of this freedom was the very first argument put forward by supporters of Brexit during the 2016 referendum. The extreme right's demand for border closures, including Europeans, had been echoed by Boris Johnson, the campaign's conductor, in the form of the successful slogan, "Let's take back control of our borders." While Europeans applying for work in the UK are at the mercy of the mood of a British customs officer, or citizens of the Union already established across the Channel have had to produce a heap of documents to lend the resident status. More than 300,000 cases out of 5.4 million applicants have still not been decided as the June 30 deadline approaches. Hundreds of thousands of expatriate Europeans risk finding themselves in an uncertain legal situation. The nationals of neighboring countries, united by history, by geography, and by decades of free movement, see themselves in such a precarious situation that should not please any citizen of Europe. Neither those in the EU who have asked for nothing, nor the British whose freedom to move and settle on the continent is symmetrically curtailed. The average European now experiences both the humiliation suffered by migrants knocking on the door of a hostile country and the political instrumentalization of their situation. Because the European immigrants in the United Kingdom are above all pawns on the British political spectrum and a bargaining chip in the great Brexit showdown which continues. The mistreatment of Europeans delighted a large part of Mr. Johnson's electorate, who knew how to play it perfectly. It also strongly resembles a message sent by his government to the 27, while huge political and economic disputes, Northern Ireland, financial services, fisheries, remain on the table. The experience of Europeans in the United Kingdom is a concrete illustration of the immense regression represented by Brexit, which recreates forgotten barriers between economic players and between citizens. The European Union has no reason to be intimidated by such maneuvers or to allow its citizens to be bullied. They must not accept that the UK visa tax differs as it does between EU countries, nor let a pernicious local xenophobia be exploited which sends Europe back to its old demons.